Hi guys. So we are just ending our 21-day fast of not eating out and cooking every day for the last 21 days. And we just kind of wanted to share some of our takeaways from that. So, in case you didn't know, this is my husband, Joel.
Hi.
And he is currently rocking. Lainey is in her car seat. We just got back from a walk, and so he's rocking her in her car seat. Do you want to share one of yours first?
No, why don't you go ahead?
Okay. So I will share. Do you want me to share all of mine?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Okay, I wrote a lot down because that's normally what I do. Okay, so my first one was I wrote down, this is kind of like a revelation that I had, a masterpiece versus a convenience. So over the past 21 days of not eating out and only cooking and having to get creative with our meals and stuff like that, I've realized that we were settling for convenience a lot in our mealtime and what we were putting into our bodies. So as I was reading one of my books that I'm reading right now, there was a quote in there, and the book is called Sacred Rhythms. And the author wrote, "What feels like convenience is actually robbing us of the things we value most." So that kind of like sets the tone for like my other takeaways. That was kind of like the main spiritual kind of summing up my takeaway, and then more of like what we actually experienced. So one of the other ones was that we were spending the time that we were supposed to be spending together as a family in the evenings, where we were actually like obsessing over food and like what we were going to eat and where we were going to go. We were spending less time together and more time just like, hey babe, can you go pick this up? Like, I'm going to order it on the app and feed Lainey. And we were just like, it was a lot of stuff that we weren't focusing on what we value most at the end of a workday, that we want to be together as a family in. One of your takeaways was kind of off that. Do you want to share about how you said it like promoted us being together in the evenings?
Yeah, Don't you just finish?
Okay. Well, he'll come back to that. But that is our dog. So that was kind of 2 in 1 that I just I wrote. We spent less time exhausting over what and where we were going to eat and who was going to go pick it up, and we spent more time in the evenings together. And then we both, I think, mentioned that we just feel better mentally and physically. So, and I, at the end of all of this, learned that I really enjoy cooking. It's not that I was necessarily like a bad cook. It's just that I need a recipe. So would you also test that my meals turned out okay?
Very good.
He definitely liked this 21-day challenge because he got to be the person that consumed all of these delicious meals. So, okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
So along with that, I would say my takeaways are kind of along the same lines as just having more time with family and not trying to figure out what we were going to eat that night. I think we struggled so long with it just because it was overwhelming to try to meal plan. Of course, having HelloFresh kind of helped us plan out and get things that we wanted. But I'm glad that we ended up choosing what we did, just because it did help out a lot with kind of jumping off and starting meal planning. And I'm glad that we did it because I definitely feel a lot better with doing that, not having so much grease and stuff in our food. Was really great. And then just kind of like, even as far as I know this is weird, but just like the smells of everything, that's my like favorite part of cooking, is just smelling all the food being cooked and just being in that atmosphere. Is I miss that for sure. So I would say along with that and just feeling and being a lot healthier and getting to know what actually is going in our food. That's what I've enjoyed, and I know that we'll take away from these 21 days.
Yeah. And you want to share this?
What's that?
The fact that we got to use the table that you built for this purpose. So I think it was really cool because we, so many times, especially being new parents and getting takeout, we were just like consuming our meals on the couch and in front of the TV. And over these past 21 days, we've actually got to enjoy. He made this beautiful, like 8-foot dining room table for us. And we were only using it when we had company over. And it was just really nice to be able to use what you made it for. And I know the Bible like talks about so many times Jesus shared a meal with his disciples when he told stories and like parables and stuff like that. And I think some of the best times we've had with friends and especially even conversations with each other has been around the dinner table. So I really enjoyed how that like cooking every night and being intentional with that time also like spilled into our conversation and the depth of our evenings and our relationship. So also a little like what we did practically. So we did do HelloFresh. That was gifted to us for Christmas. We are on like a plan that does 3 meals per week. So we still have 2 weeks left of that. We're doing those 3 meals per week. And then we would sit down on Saturday or Sunday evenings and kind of like look at the meals that I need to make the other days of the week. And then I would make the grocery list, and my husband, this pretty little one,
Thanks.
did the grocery shopping. So that was kind of how we shared that responsibility. And then as far as, cooking and stuff, it was really nice because, I did most of the cooking. You definitely helped. We did some baking together over the 21 days too, but it was just really nice to have him sitting in the kitchen with me or helping, handing me stuff and just get to spend that time together. So anything else?
Nope, that's it.
I know some of you guys have asked me if I'm going to continue HelloFresh. We're kind of going to crunch some numbers and see what that looks like as far as
to see if it's more affordable or not.
Yeah.
Which it would probably already be not as affordable, but depending on just if we can afford that just for convenience, more or less.
Yeah.
If not, we can take away the recipes that we got from it at least. So that was very nice.
We definitely really enjoy the meals. So we're gonna, like he said, see what it looks like. It's sounding like it's like $9 per serving per meal. So I think the 3 nights was like $60, but we're gonna make sure to look more into that before we say yes or no. I really did enjoy those, and that has taught me a lot so far about, spicing up some dinners or what we can do to kind of like make them make the average like chicken recipe even better. So because I think that's why I despise cooking so much, was because I feel like we are eating the same things all the time. So definitely like the variety. I did want to share, I forgot the biggest revelation out of all of this. So maybe if you guys have been following me since like before we were together, I went through I felt like this 4-week faith test. It was like in 2018, I think, right before Christmas. And at the end of that faith test, I thought he was going to ask me to be his wife, but that did not happen. We weren't even dating yet. But at the end of that faith test, I actually had the revelation of my mom literally saying to me, Ashley, this is for so much more than just for you. And I had been learning so much. I was in my singleness prime, diving into the word and just on fire for Jesus. And I just remember my mom saying at one of the end of our conversation, she was like, Ashley, this is for so much more than just you. And I kind of got to see that play out again as a revelation for this fast, I guess, because last night I got to actually cook for 8, a family, our family. We got together, and they were kind of giving us a hard time because we couldn't order like pizza or something, and because we are, it was our second to last day of the fast, and so I got to cook for 8 people, and they all enjoyed it. Would you say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I just kind of was thinking about that today as we're wrapping up the fast and on our way to go get Chipotle for the first time in what feels like forever. But that this was for so much more than just us. And I'm just really glad that God spoke to me in that way. So thank you guys for watching if you made it this far. And I would also encourage you guys, if you want to do your own fast, to try cooking and to just maybe discover if you like cooking or not, because this is what gets me really excited for the evenings now, for him to watch Lainey for a little bit and me to dive into the kitchen. So I think that's it. You got any last words to say, Mr. Ryder? No? Okay. All right. Peace out, guys.